So what if you could create 30 days worth of social media posts that get high engagement and turn more of your followers into paying patients and clients in just 1 hour per day? Actually, not even 1 hour per day, 1 hour per month. Well, that's what I want to show you in this video. So don't go anywhere, stick with me. Hey guys, Yuri Elkaim here, CEO and founder of Healthpreneur. And just in case you don't know, we help health and wellness professionals fill and scale their practices by working smarter, not harder. And obviously one of the ways we do that is by helping you leverage the internet. And obviously it's no surprise that using social media is a big opportunity for many businesses. And so the challenge though is, well, what do you post, right? Sometimes you might be staring at a blank screen wondering, what on earth do I post? And sometimes you post stuff that no one sees, and that can be demoralizing, right? Have you ever run into that where it's like, man, like, what am I doing wrong? And I want to show you a better way that, number one, is going to save your time, because I know you're busy and you probably don't want to be spending all day like writing content for social media, but also give you a way to create content that is more engaging, because at the end of the day, engagement on social media is more important than anything else. So what I've got on the screen here is a tool that we've created called the Socialthority Amplifier. And as you can see, this is a really simple tool that is actually 2 pages. And I want to walk you through this. Now, by the way, if you'd like a free copy of this, there's going to be a link below this video. Be sure to click on it for your free copy of this awesome tool. Don't let its simplicity fool you. I want to walk you through why this is so important. So number one, one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make with social media content is it's all the same, especially in the health and wellness space. A lot of it is like the how-to contents, right? 101 ways to use coconut oil, stuff like that. And although that does have its place, in fact, I refer to that as this here, coaching type of content, where you're actually providing education. You'll notice that it's only 1/5 of the puzzle. Social media is not a search-based platform. It is not a place where people go searching for answers like Google or YouTube. And because of that, it's a much different conversation. It's more interactive, it's more engaging, it's more social. Therefore, your content should reflect that. So what I'm going to share with you here is not necessarily SEO content for a blog to get ranked in Google. This is content that you can share on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, on your page, profile, or Facebook groups to get people engaging with you. As I just mentioned a few moments ago, engagement is the only and the most important measure, not the only, sorry, the most important metric that these social platforms are looking at. Whether it's LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, the number one thing that is going to help your stuff get seen by more people is how much engagement your existing content is already getting. So with that said, we need to put stuff out there that's going to engage people. And this is what this tool allows you to accomplish. So let me walk you through what this looks like. You're going to see there's 5 different categories. Number one is engage. I want to walk you through this right now. So engage is, you'll notice that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 different subcategories of engage. We have a hot topic, so we could talk about COVID, for instance, right? We could talk about, anything that's going to be a hot topic, newsworthy type of stuff. Second thing is recommendations and tools. Hey guys, I'm looking to make some new smoothies. What's your favorite blender? Blendtec or Vitamix, right? Simple stuff like that. A rant. Something that drives me crazy is getting something delivered to my front door and having to pay unexpected customs because I live in Canada. Who else is with me? What's the one thing that drives you nuts more than anything else? A poll is, which shoes do you like better, the red ones or the blue ones? Like super simple stuff. And number 5, this just in. Hey, I just had a baby. Just let you know, like to know, right? So this is an example, and I just gave you a couple really simple examples of ideas of engaging posts. And the purpose of these posts is to get people to comment, not just like, but comment underneath the post. And the more comments you get, the more engagement you have. The more people do that, the more the algorithm on Facebook, as an example, is going to say, hey, hold on. This person's stuff is getting a lot of engagement. That's a good thing because they want to create a positive experience for their users on the platform. So engagement, the purpose of these posts is to get people to engage with their stuff. Now, quite honestly, the purpose of all these posts is to get people engaging. But these ones specifically, you'll notice there's no like, here are the top 3 tips to whatever, the top ways to whatever, like none of that stuff. It's all about human to human engagement. The second type of category we have is Polarized. Down here, this is known as entertaining. There's a bit of a typo there, but it's the same thing. Polarized is like, here's what I stand for, here's what I stand against. Here's what I believe to be true, here's what I believe not to be true. This type of content is extremely powerful at bonding people to you and attracting the right people into your world and repelling everyone else. As an example, I fundamentally believe that if you outsource the business and marketing pieces of your business, that is one of the dumbest things you can ever do as a practitioner. Yeah, there I go, right? Very polarizing. Why would I say that? Because it's true. If you outsource the marketing of your business to someone else or an agency who has no vested interest in your business like you do, why even bother? Why even bother having a business? Because they're going to run it into the ground because they don't care about your business as much as you would. Now, there are other people that might not believe or agree with that. And you know what? I don't care because that's my belief. And you need to be able to share your beliefs because that's what's going to bring people to you. Okay? Share more of what you believe, less of what you know. If you just use that as a bit of a guiding principle for what you do on social media, you'll see the difference. You'll see people start to just gravitate towards you like bees to honey. Okay? So the polarized category is all about that type of stuff. The third category is, as I mentioned before, is coach. This is where you can start to ask or answer commonly asked questions, share some of your how-to stuff, etc. And that's pretty straightforward. The fourth category is convert. And this is where we're dropping in the occasional call to action. Hey, by the way, I'm hosting a live workshop at the clinic this week. I have a spot for 10 people. If you'd like to join us, comment below. Or I've got this new free thing. If you'd like a copy, say in below and I'll DM you the download link. So these are 5 different ways of making offers on social media in such a way where it doesn't feel salesy, but it obviously moves certain people that are right to work with you to the next level in that process. And then the final piece, let's use a little pink here, is inspire. And inspire is really about sharing your vision, as I talk about here. So category 1 is vision. You can share stories about against all odds, raising the bar, challenging people to become better versions of themselves. Courage. What was a moment in your life or a moment in someone else's life, a client or patient's life, where they were afraid of something and in spite of that, they had the courage to push through. So these are examples of ways that you can, different ways of sharing inspirational contents and having a little bit more of a guide to help you create that stuff. So if you can see here, you have 25 different posts, 5 categories, 5 subcategories, 25. And all you're going to do is using the production prompts, which is the second page here. These will give you specific questions you can ask that you can come back up and fill in to these areas. And all you want to do, and all I'd recommend you do, is you spend 1 hour once a month. And okay, so I'm going to write a post or create a post. It could be video, it could be written, doesn't matter. What's my weakness? My weakness is, let's just say donuts. All right, guys, I have a guilty admission. I love donuts and I don't know what to do about it. So like, what does that do? Let's just say you're a doctor and you're admitting that you like donuts. What does that automatically do? It makes you human. It takes you down off the pedestal and helps you connect with people. There's a lot of ego in the health and wellness space. And I don't think it needs to be there. Again, there's what I've said, just a little stand against. Okay? I don't have any place in my life for ego. I don't care how many letters behind your name you have. It doesn't entitle you to anything to be, to have a successful business. It doesn't entitle you to have the ego to not be willing to come down a notch to be real with people. That's a belief system. That's a belief I have, right? And this is why marketing is so important, because if you delegate your marketing to an agency who puts together blanket templatized nonsense, there's no you infused in it. And how are you supposed to attract the right people without you and your philosophy wrapped into that? So where was I going with this? Anyways, yes, what you're going to do is you're going to come up with 25 ideas for your posts, right? And they don't have to be like 1,000 words. They can be like 1 or 2 sentences, or in some cases, maybe a little bit longer if you're sharing a story. So courage, let's just use losing my hair when I was 17. So as you can tell, I don't have any hair. I can share my story about how I was afraid to go to school because of what people would think, but I did it anyways, blah, blah, blah. What was the moment in your life where you were courageous, right? Get them to comment below. So what you're going to do is you spend this is what I do, 1 hour once a month. I sit down and I take this out. I take out my iPad. I use the Socialthority Amplifier and I say, great, let's map out the next 25 or so posts that if we're dripping them out one a day is 25 days. Now, if I come up with a couple ideas per subcategory, now I've got more than 25. I've got a 30, 40, 50, however much you want. But the idea here is this whole notion in Healthpreneur, we talk about this idea called think once. Think once. Spend time thinking once and map this out so that you're not thinking every single day, what should I post today? What should I post today? What should I post today? No, you thought about it once, and now you can do this yourself, or you can write this stuff out into a Google Doc and hand it off to someone who's managing your social media. They can post it at a predetermined schedule based on the stuff that you've created. Make sense? So again, that's the Socialthority Amplifier. That's how you come up with 30 days of social media content that is highly engaging, that's going to turn more of your followers into highly engaged followers and more of them into paying patients or clients. And if you like this, click the link below, download it for free. And again, these production prompts will give you some ideas on how you can fill some of this stuff in. And I promise you, it's going to transform your social media. It's going to transform your following in such a way that's going to make a big difference for your business. I don't have the largest social media following. I think we have about 7,300 people on Instagram. But that alone, and Instagram is our least engaged channel out of all of our channels, but we've made hundreds of thousands of dollars from what we've done on Instagram. And that's not even to mention what we've done on our Facebook group or on my profile page. There's so many cool things that this will help you do better in your business so that you can put great stuff out there that doesn't take a lot of bandwidth, that is built out once, and that's more engaging with your audience. It's going to humanize you. It's going to allow people to connect with you at a much deeper level. And all of that is going to build know, like, and trust with your audience. And if people know, like, and trust you, they're a lot more likely to choose you instead of someone else to come to for help with their health issues. All right. So again, that's the Socialthority Amplifier. If you'd like a free copy, there's a link around this video. Click on it, download it today. And I'd love to know how you put this to use in your business. Just drop me a comment below, and I'd love to hear what you find helpful from this tool. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this one. Yuri Elkaim from Healthpreneur signing off. I'll see you soon.